How has this tour been for you guys, and how would you rate it?
I would rate, as far as fun, it's 10 out of 10.
It's fun, it's 10 out of 10. It's probably some of the best shows we've ever played.
Yeah, great show. I think this tour represents a little piece of the pop punk quilt right now. That's like, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah.
Especially with 3 Run for Cover Records bands.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing about it is like, there's different bands that are playing kind of different styles, and there's different, like you said, there's Newfound Glory, and then there's Man Overboard, and there's Yellow Card, and there's Fireworks, you know, whoever. But like, kind of everybody's kind of playing together, even if you're big or small, and if you're this kind of style or that kind of style. Like we played 2 shows in Newfound Glory on this tour. Fireworks, we toured them a bunch of times. Everybody's getting along, and everybody's playing together and having a good time. It's kind of like a cool scene.
Everybody, I think, with the musical differences between the bands, everybody in all the bands looks at the other 3 and understands and respects and enjoys what they do, and or the way it's different from your own band. I wouldn't want to tour with 3 other bands that sound exactly like Man Overboard. It'd be a little boring. But at the same time, you can just be like, slap a label on it and be like, it's a pop punk tour, and tie it up in a nice little ribbon like that.
Tell me about the overall reaction to the album in terms of playing new songs, as well as seeing the reaction from people.
At first we were a little afraid to play more than like 2 or 3 songs from Real Talk in a set, because we wanted to keep playing a lot of the songs that we knew kids would be, that we knew they knew. But more and more we're finding like, hey, let's just try playing this one from Real Talk, and all these kids know it. And we're learning to trust Real Talk now as like something that the audience knows.
Yeah, there was a few shows where kids didn't know like the old stuff, they knew only the Real Talk songs.
Which was cool.
Yeah, you're right.
That made me feel cool.
Neat.
Any particular theme or experience that you wanted to go through the album, or is it just a collection of songs that you were going through?
I think it's about relationships. You know what I mean? Breaking up and coming together, and everything in between.
And not even just one, because it was kind of written over a long period of time, so it's kind of just like an eclectic
those feelings,
girls or bitches kind of record.
Or sometimes girls are lovely. And
yeah, or you love them.
Sometimes
You'll hate them later.
Idiot, sometimes you're an idiot. It's like all the things that happen between the time where you meet someone and you break up.
A lot of it's about girls and stuff.
It's all about girls, I won't lie. It's about girls.
So I have like a 40-song catalog or something. You got 1 song about a dude.
Well, you have to experiment.
Yeah, right. We were experimenting.
Leaks are something that you have to contend with in today's industry. I'm more shocked if an album doesn't leak for the release date, you know?
We wanted to send it up for review before it came out. And you know, when you do that, that obviously opens it up to a leak. So we sent it to about 10 people, like our booking agent, and then like a couple people from different magazines and websites and stuff. And we could see on Last.fm that people had the songs and had been played X amount of times. So we knew that it was going to leak. So me, Jesse, and Jeff from Run for Cover kind of made this plan of like, all right, if we see that it's going to leak, which we were seeing, we were like, this is what we're going to do. And anybody that had pre-ordered it got emailed a digital download, and then it was on Bandcamp, I think on the 29th of June, and then the next day it was on iTunes. I think if you were going to waste your time resenting people for leaking your records, like you really wanted to hear the record, like, you know, I'm not going to get mad at you.
As soon as I read the press release, I was cool.
Yeah.
Like, almost happy.
I mean, honestly, it's a kind of like, we worked real hard on the record and we wanted it to be out.
It was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it ended up working out better because, you know, that got a lot of press, so that got more people into it. And there was kids like on like It Leaked that were like, hey, like, I would typically have stolen this, but because they did that, and I think that's cool, I'll go buy it. Music's, you know, obviously the main reason we do everything, but like being able to reach back to people and like, and be like, yo, true, like I tweeted at Man Overboard and they tweeted back at me.
I love going on Tumblr and reading the questions that kids ask us and answering them, no matter what they are. It's like, oh, it's cool, it's encouraging. You know what I mean? People care. It's a nice little reminder. Plus they, I would assume, think it's cool that they get to ask a band they're listening to. Like, I know when I was however old listening to like Saves the Day or something, if I could have sent Chris Conley a message on Tumblr being like, dude, what's this song about? I would have died. That would have been the coolest thing.
I think it's important because like I was saying, the music's one thing, but like if you can make that connection, that's like some, you know, somebody will listen to that record and, you know, take it at face value, but if they send you a message and ask you what's this song about, they're like probably always gonna remember that and be like, true, like that song means a little more to me because I know about it. We tweeted at Peanut from 311 and he tweeted back at
Yeah,
us.
we felt awesome. You miss home sometimes? I'll go through like 3-day lulls where I'm just like not.
Everybody misses her sometimes.
Miss home, miss girls, like, you know, like shit happens and sometimes things will piss you off a little bit more than it normally would because you haven't been in your own, you haven't been alone at all for like 60 days sometimes. And it's easy to get on the edge, but like when you're, anytime you take a step back, you're with your best friends out somewhere, cheating life entirely, all your friends are at home doing something boring and stupid. And I think when you lose sight of that is when tour really starts treating you bad.
We've been in a different city every day, like doing cool shit, meeting cool people, like having a good time. I feel like July was like forever ago. And then like you kind of like talk to people, like you're like, yeah, like how was your summer? What'd you do? And they're like, oh, just like chilled, like, you know, watched Lost and like, you know, worked. And you're like, it's cool.
I have a little gift for you.
Is it the same one that Transit got?
Yeah.
True. Oh my god.
You know, Brian
Here's your
Lally-
thong.
Thanks,
Use it
man.
in good taste.
Well, do you know what Brian Lally said about this? Transit's merch guy?
But he's probably not gonna go to the girl.
If I ever took a girl's pants off and she was wearing this, I'd punch her in the fucking face.
You know,
cool.
this is that's gonna get put on James Corby. James
Definitely
Corby,
gonna
True
get somebody
Things.
in trouble with their girlfriend. You can explain.
It's not what you think. It was a guy in Montreal.
But
Yeah.
it's cool.
There was a guy named Doobie.